Whites Bayou is one of the Gulf Coast's most premier day paddles, in my opinion. It's a versatile route that offers a lot to recreational kayakers, wildlife enthusiasts, and anglers alike, boasting plenty of solitary bayou aesthetic, along with the open water experience provided by adjoining Lake Anahuac. We'll begin at this paddle's origin of White Park, situated just off of Interstate 10 and Highway 61. It boasts all of the standard amenities and is one of the more secure locations in the area given the patrols that pass through the grounds at random. White Park also boasts 2 launch options. There is a conventional concrete boat ramp. Just be mindful that it has a sharp drop-off when water levels are low. Paddlers are also afforded the option to launch directly from the neighboring bank of Turtle Bayou's southern fork. From here, we'll head left onto the bayou portion of the paddle. This leg provides a plethora of natural beauty, being lined for the most part by towering willow and cypress trees. These provide moderate shelter from harsh winds, though some stretches can still be pretty inhospitable when gusts are at their heaviest. This is a tranquil route, minus the occasional passing powered fishing craft. My experiences with these vessels has always been good. Just be aware that you'll likely be sharing this tributary with a few of them. Likewise, you'll be sharing the bayou with its multitude of residents. Wildlife viewing along this route is nearly unprecedented for this demographic in frequency and sheer volume. Armand Bayou in certain seasons is the only other route that I count as a close contender. There'll be plenty of waterfowl, including cormorants, egrets, cranes, osprey, hawks, spoonbills, ibises, whistling ducks, and herons. At the right times, you'll also see countless pelicans gliding over the bayou and gathering in mass on Lake Anahuac's shallows. I've primarily encountered brown pelicans here, but you'll see their white contemporaries on occasion. Some of my favorite photos of all time have been drawn from snapping away as they launch skyward in droves and touch down with a satisfying splash. The serious wildlife photographer could find themselves captivated here for hours on end. While the bayou birds are an amazing attraction, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the massive population of American alligator along this route. And it's no wonder, as Anahuac is known as the alligator capital of Texas. And some local sources cite an estimate of 3 to 4 gators for every 1 human resident. Sightings on any given day of decent conditions will yield at a minimum double-digit gators. On several occasions, I've not even made it out of the launch without spying one nearby. On a warm spring day, paddlers will likely see them both lining the banks and weaving back and forth only a few yards ahead. Needless to say, if you or your accompanying paddlers are gator squeamish, you might want to ease into this one. A bit over the first mile, you'll pass under Highway 563. From here, the banks begin to open up slightly. At just around 2 miles, the mouth of Lake Anahuac will come into view. Keep an eye on the last bit of tree line on the left, as you'll likely see Big Bob along with several other smaller gators sunning there. Now, we've entered the lake itself. Appearances may be deceiving, as many paddlers are surprised to find that the majority of her 2.5 square miles are only 3 to 7 feet deep. This is because it's a shallow freshwater basin purposed primarily for wildlife management. As a result, low water level seasons may find paddlecrafts scraping bottom and paddles pulling up mud and silt on the stretch just beyond the Whites Bayou terminus. Be mindful of winds, as her choppy, exposed waters can be quite unwelcoming on blustery days. Aside from the change of scenery, Lake Anahuac provides the ability to tailor the distance of your trek. The more stout among us might elect to traverse the lake's circumference, which is an estimated 12 to 14 miles. The bayou portion of the paddle alone is approximately 4.5 miles. The addition of a variable lake excursion offers a lot of versatility in both ecosystem and distance. That about does it for the primary route of Whites Bayou. However, there are still a couple more options for an extended paddle if desired. Turtle Bayou's east leg can add up to 6.5 additional miles down tranquil, winding waterways. This is a great option when wind might make the lake-bound route less appealing. Paddlers may also head left from the natural launch at White Park onto Turtle Bayou's southern leg. It's more narrow and secluded and may be limited in duration by downed trees and debris gathered at choke points, but will still offer a couple additional miles of worthwhile paddling. In closing, Whites Bayou and its surrounding routes are top tier in my book. They offer ample bayou beauty along with what some publications have deemed the best wildlife viewing on the Gulf Coast. Give it a shot. Paddle smart and God bless. Subscribe to GCK Kayaking and Outdoors for more great Gulf Coast content.